So I wanted to point out this article by Ariel on Twitter because he actually answers a lot of tough questions that people really, like he always states, does not want to hear. And this one, though, today is Saturday, February 3rd, 2024. And I just want to read through this because I talked to several people throughout the days, weeks, and months, and we really do lose sight of what he's talking about here. So he says, the continuity of government JAG Military Initiative. We are currently not under any legal government. The American citizens, and notice he says American citizens and not U.S. citizens, need to understand this. We are under Executive Order 13912, which makes Donald Trump a wartime president, commander-in-chief. So if you are being endorsed by Donald Trump to run for office, you are in trouble, Kari Lake. Executive Order 13912, by the authority vested in me as President by the Constitution and the laws of the United States of America, including the National Emergencies Act, and in furtherance of Proclamation 9994 of March 13th, 2020, which declaring a national emergency concerning the novel coronavirus disease COVID-19 outbreak, which declared a national emergency by reason of the threat that the coronavirus known as SARS possesses to our nation's healthcare system, I hereby order as follows. Section 1, Emergency Authority, to provide additional authority to the Secretaries of Defense and Homeland Security to respond to the national emergency declared by Proclamation 9994. The authorities under Section 12302 of Title 10 United States Code and Sections 2127, 2308, 2314, and 3735 of Title 14 United States Code are invoked and made available according to their terms to the Secretaries of Defense and Homeland Security. The Secretaries of the Army, Navy, and Air Force, at the direction of the Secretary of Defense and the Secretary of Homeland Security, with respect to the Coast Guard when it is not operating as a service in the Navy, are authorized to order to active duty not to exceed 24 consecutive months such units and individual members of the Ready Reserve under the jurisdiction of the Secretary concerned not to exceed 1 million members on active duty at any one time. As the Secretary of Defense, and with respect to the Coast Guard when it is not operating as a service in the Navy, the Secretary of Homeland Security consider necessary. So, here's Ariel. So you all understand the gravity of this. All this crying in the comments about foreign aid, illegal immigrants, and drag queens, I can tell you all are not studying these executive orders at all. This never went away. This is why certain politicians are in the spotlight right now. You all need to see who has sold you out before the hammer comes down on everyone. And guess what? There will be no warning. You will wake up and all of a sudden an entire new world will be thrust upon you. The Space Force is only waiting for the right time. I told you all what to look for. Everything will crash, then the Iraqi dinar will reinstate, which will kick off all the funding for the restored republic. This is where you will see all the action you have been looking for. We are still under national emergency, which is what continuity of government explains below. This is why we are seeing things play out politically in order to keep society functioning while the military carries out their mission, especially regarding human trafficking. And there's a continuity of government, basically essential functions for the executive, legislative, and judicial branches. But there's a comment down here that's kind of a good one. But Ariel always says, stop watching fake news media. I cannot stress this enough. Why would I even entertain someone who still watches this? I just told you what is going on, but you made up your mind already, so why do you keep asking me something you do not want to hear? You know I'm going to say something you don't like, but you keep fishing for it. And there are so many people that are like that, and they really, I guess it goes back to Jack Nicholson. You can't handle the truth. So anyway, that's all for today.